I'm here today for this basically everyday makeup look because today is gonna be quite a calm day. I mean, I don't have too many things to attend. I just have a doctor's appointment, and then I have like a normal working day without conducting any training sessions, without any events. So I just need this, everyday makeup look that's gonna look flattering, but not too much. So first of all, I'm using these Essence drops. It's called Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer. It is a very good alternative for the dew drops from Glow Recipe, this one. They actually have quite a similar texture, and they work quite similarly. It does kind of plump the skin. So yeah, I love using these drops for every day because I do have combination skin, and therefore I do get oily. Sometimes I do need to put it under my eyes as well. I have skincare on my face, but it's skincare is never too much, and priming is never too much. Well, sometimes it is, but it depends. So yeah, that's my first step. And doing this kind of everyday makeup look, I really like when I'm 100% sure what I'm using, and the result is gonna be good. So I'm gonna be using this foundation from Fenty Beauty. It's the Soft Lit Foundation. And I've mentioned it before in my lives and in my videos. I do like this foundation, but only when I mix it with for example, the Glow Recipe drops, because on its own, it's just a little bit too drying on me. So therefore, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mix, 1 pump of that foundation with like half a pump of the dew drops, mix it on my hand, just like that. And then apply it on my face. And with this combination, I'm always 100% sure that my complexion is gonna look good, because that way it gives me like this light to medium coverage, but at the same time, it looks very, very natural, and it does what I want it to do. It evens out my skin tone and looks like skin. There you go. So I just use my fingers to blend it in. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Yeah. And then I'm taking my sponge and kind of blending it in and pressing it into my face. That way it looks perfect. Hi, Lily. Thank you. Thank you so much. It actually isn't, but yeah, I'm trying to make it look good. Hi, Ruby. Yeah, I'm 31 in 1 month. So just pressing it lightly into the skin. Let me please know how is the audio, because I'm using my AirPods today and I'm trying out is it working or not. You look like my teacher. Okay, I guess that's a compliment. I hope it's a compliment. Thank you so much. Thank you. Where's my concealer? Okay, let me just go through everything. I did a little bit of a mess today in the morning. So for the concealer, I'll be using the L'Oreal True Match Serum Concealer. It's very, very thin, I would say, but the coverage is quite good. So, yeah. It's a good thing. Okay, thank you. Teachers can be really different sometimes. Most of mine were quite old. Hello, hello. Nice to see you here. Your mom is a teacher. Yeah, my mom is a teacher too. Hello, hello. You're from India. Nice to see you here. Well, at least based on my timing, it's morning for me. So yeah, I'm in Europe. Okay. So let me just double check. I need to add just a little bit more concealer. I'm dealing with dark under eye circles my whole life. It's just because my skin is too thin under my eyes. And obviously because of that you can see my veins. And of course if I don't sleep properly, it's going to be emphasized. You're in Belfast, Ireland. Wow. What's the weather like there right now? Hello, hello. All right. So, and again, I need to be sure that everything looks okay when I just have my everyday makeup. That's why I'm grabbing for the products that I love the most. And one of them is this, the Rare Beauty contour in the shade Gentle. I put it just like that on my hand. Please, if you do use any liquid contours or bronzers or something like that, try to put it on your hand first, then work it into your brush and then apply it to your face just like that, because otherwise you are risking it to be quite patchy, and when you're kind of buffing it into the brush, it looks so much better, so much more even. There's a storm. Oh, wow, okay. Does it happen often in Belfast? Yeah, so you're used to it. So first of all, I'm just applying it and then I'm going to blend it out using my sponge. As you can see, this color is actually quite interesting. When you put it on the cheek, on the cheekbone, it's turning kind of warm, but when it's located under the cheekbone, it looks quite cool toned. So that's why I love this color, because it's kind of two-in-one. This shade works perfect for, two-in-one bronzing and contouring. Yeah, you're used to that. Okay. I don't know. I mean, to me, it sounds scary, having a storm, it really sounds scary. What country I'm in? I'm in Czech Republic. Now just blending it slightly. Not too much, but blending basically the edges. I haven't actually experienced a lot of storms in my life, so to me, that sounds really, really scary. Eastern Europe, yes. Well, Central, to be precise. But I'm not from Czech Republic. Not that bad, just really windy and rainy. But I do know that storms sometimes get very scary, right? So now for my blush. For my blush, I'm going to be using this mini from Huda Beauty. It's in the shade, oh my god, Cotton Candy, I think. Yeah, Cotton Candy. And I do the same thing. I apply it first on my hand. And sometimes I apply it using a brush. Other times I apply it using my fingers, depending on, my mood. Today I'm gonna be using my fingers. I do like this blush because it actually stays in place so much longer than the Rare Beauty blushes do. not common in Belfast. You mean the, you know, the scary storms, yeah, are not common. A little bit on my nose, just a tiny little bit. Here in the Philippines, rangers stopped a minute ago. Rain. I used to live in Asia for 4 years, in Singapore, but I traveled around Asia quite a lot because of that. It is quite cheap to travel if you're already in Asia. I remember that. I remember, you know, going to, I think it was what? Bintan, the island, Bintan in Indonesia. It took me like only 40 minutes by boat and like, I don't remember, $20 at the time, but it was quite a while ago. I'm gonna add just a little bit of blush on my forehead. Are you from Philippines or you just live in Philippines? Okay, and that is complexion done. I'm just checking if I blended everything out. Oh my god, I have a sore throat today. I need a sip of water. Let me just check the concealer. Yeah. Okay. Now let's set for my powder. I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty in the shade Pound Cake. If you've seen any of my lives, you already know that I always put it on my hand. I take a puff, I work it into the puff as much as possible to even it out like that. And only then I'm going to be lightly pressing it in, especially in the areas that I need the most setting. For example, the center of the face, under my eyes, my nose, because my nose gets really oily during the day. So that's why I'm kind of pressing it in. And I also have really enlarged pores. So yeah, that also kind of covers that a little bit. And then after I set the main parts using a puff, I'm going to use a brush for the rest of my face. Again, working it in and then setting the rest of my face. With also kind of like stippling motion, not to disturb the foundation too much. All of the countries you've been, which one are you most likely to visit again? Well, yeah, I've been to a lot of countries, but I need like a top 5 or something because, you know, it's very different depending on where you are. In Africa, it's something different, and Europe is very different, Asia is very different. So I think I need like kind of a one country per continent or something like that. But to be honest, I'm actually planning on visiting Singapore, I think during this winter. I'm not sure, but I think, because I really want to see Singapore again to see how it developed, because the last time I've been there was in what, 2015, I think. I left Singapore and I didn't come back. But also, you know, I don't know, Thailand, I think. It was quite interesting. Actually, one question. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, let me, in order for us not to stop, let me use the primer. That's the Party Proof primer from ColourPop. I'm gonna be using it to prime my eyelids. Thank you so much. And again, I am answering. What is your question? Just pressing the primer into the lids like that. Favorite food from Singapore? Honestly, Indian. Yeah, because I mean, Singapore. If you think of Singapore, it was a part of Malaysia, right? So, it doesn't really have its own food, but because it's basically, to be honest, like the center of Asia. Well, at least everyone thinks that. It's very multicultural, right? Not in the in the respect that it is a center of Asia, but it's very multicultural, and it's very friendly to all the cultures and religions and things like that. So yeah, I think the combination of foods there was very, very nice. But I did enjoy Indonesian food really, really much, and I enjoyed Indian food as well. I think butter chicken is my all-time favorite. I actually learned how to make butter chicken because I lived in a hostel when I was studying there. And I didn't delete it. I'm not touching anything. Oh my god, there is no question from you. You can write your question again. So yeah, I was living in a hostel, and there were a lot of basically people from different countries. And one of my neighbors was from India. And yeah, she taught me how to do butter chicken in a proper way, and I still do it until this time. Well, it's been what? I think she taught me in 2013. So yeah, it's been like 12 years, and I still do it. Nobody, Nikki, blocked me from chat. I didn't block you from anywhere. I can see your messages. Can someone tell nobody, Nikki, that they're not blocked? Okay, the primer is set, and I'm gonna be using this palette. It's the Natasha Denona, Mini My Dream palette, I think. And that's what I usually use for every day. So I'm just using this transition shade in my crease. Your girlfriend is not talking to you? Okay. You misbehave. Well, at least you understand that, you misbehave, and there is a reason why she's not talking to you. And what is the question? Lipstick collection. Okay, sure I can. Not now, because I'm gonna be late for doctor's appointment. But maybe tomorrow I can do a live and show my lipstick collection. I have a huge one. And I actually bought 10 more lipsticks yesterday. So yeah, one of them I will be showing you today. Singapore doesn't have their own food. Singapore does the same thing what Malaysia does. So I wouldn't say, well, in my 4 years there, I didn't notice any, Singaporean cuisines, because yeah, it's basically, Singapore was a part of Malaysia. It doesn't have their own food. I'm gonna be using this lightest shimmer all over the lid. Should I gift her a kit of makeup? Well, you know what? I cannot give advice like that because I have no idea what you've done. And I have no idea what is your relationship with your girlfriend like. So, and I also don't know what she likes, whether she likes makeup or she doesn't like makeup, or what kind of makeup she likes, and so on and so forth. It's very, very specific to every person, because makeup in general, it really depends on a lot of things, same as perfumes and things like that. Cute person know what cute person likes. Well, not really, because we're all different, you know. All right, and I'm gonna use this same transition shade for my lower lash line. There are a lot of, you know, collections right now, holiday collections from different brands. Just, you can pick something in Sephora, I think. Any girl would like anything from Sephora, but I mean, you know, it's very general, to be honest, because obviously if you pick something that she doesn't like, she's not gonna like it. You love Indian food, didn't imagine you could. Of course I tried biryani, and you know, one of my favorites was, it sounds very weird. I don't know if it's a thing, but I really loved banana prata. But I always bought it with curry, because to me it was, you know, such a nice combination of tastes to dip in banana prata into the curry. Yeah. Nobody, Nikki. I'm trying, but there's no way I can help you choose a gift for your girlfriend if I never even saw her, you know. It depends. It depends. Let me know what she wears. Does she wear makeup? What kind of makeup she wears? If you know that, I can help you. Maybe it's better to go with a perfume if you know whether she likes, you know, florals or gourmands or whatever. Maybe it's gonna be better for you. Okay, now I'm gonna just draw a little tiny wing, tiniest wing, because for every day, a tiny wing is enough. Hello, hello. So I'm just gonna use the darkest shade in the palette and use a liner brush. Yeah, they don't, because they were part of Malaysia, you know, for what? I mean, hundreds of years, and when was that? I think it was like 60 years ago that they've got their independence. So yeah, they don't really, but they have all the other foods, you know. They have the Indian cuisine, Thai, Chinese, obviously, Indonesian. Yeah. Okay, let me just quickly draw a tiny wing, because I'm gonna be late to my doctor's appointment. I need to leave in like now. Well, I have 8 more minutes. Okay, just a tiny little one like that. For every day, I guess that's enough. Yeah, they do. They do make banana prata, and I don't know how common is that, but in Singapore it was quite common to see that in Indian places. So yeah, that was my favorite. It was so good. Oh my God, I was actually craving it last week. And yeah, I didn't learn how to make banana prata, but maybe I can find a recipe online and do that, because I was really, really craving it last week. Yeah, cheese prata is good, but I don't know. Banana is still better with curry. Okay, I think that is enough. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, and now I'm just gonna put on some mascara and a lipstick and I have to run. If you have any questions, please let me know since I have some more time to answer them. Where's my mascara? I lost it. No, it's here. Yeah, please try that. Please try, and please try it with curry. I mean, it's very good. I know that it sounds weird, but it is very, very good. Actually, today I got this idea. I was thinking on doing a podcast, maybe a live podcast as well, but I do need a co-star there with me. Well, a co-star, you know, not a co-star, but a partner with me there. So I was thinking where to find one, a person that I could communicate to live, so we can discuss some different topics. Obviously, preferably makeup and perfumes, but anything else will do too. Oh yeah, and the mascara I'm using is the Maybelline Sky High mascara in the shade brown. No, I'm not. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm actually a business trainer and consultant. So, no, but that's my hobby, as you can see. But thank you. And I'm sorry, I'm trying not to open my mouth because when you put on mascara, it's a reflex. You need to open your mouth. I don't know why it happens. So I'm trying not to because I don't want to sit here with my mouth open. Okay, I think that is enough. And I need to quickly do my lips and leave now. So for my lips, I will be actually using this Rimmel pencil. It's so nice. I just bought it yesterday and I was testing it out yesterday. It's in the shade 705 Cappuccino. And it looks so good. It gives me, you know, fall vibes. Have you been a model? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. No, I've never been a model. One thing, please. Yeah, okay, nobody, Nikki. You still are talking about the present. Just go to Sephora and get her a perfume, and that's it. Because, you know, I really cannot give you any advice like that. I don't know your girlfriend. Sorry. Hi. Hi, doing great. Thank you. What about you? I'm shading in the corners of my lips to make them look at least a little bit bigger. Do you get a lot of compliments in public? Well, it depends actually. It depends where I am. It depends on the culture of the people that I am in. Because, for example, in Europe, it's not that common, especially in Central Europe. In Western Europe, it's more common. And in Asia, yeah, it was also very, very common. Oh, she broke up. Okay. Well, I feel very sorry for you. But if you still want to get her back, you need to try your best, you know, buy her some flowers, uh, give her a gift and show her that you're really sorry. I think that's, you know, the standard that usually works, but doesn't have to work, but usually it does. All right. And the last thing, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put on a lipstick. It's also from Rimmel. I just also bought it yesterday. It's in the shade Pinky Promise, and you know it looks very intimidating in the pan, in the bullet, but actually on the lips, it is quite, you know, I don't know. It's quite this subtle color that gives a lot of shine. And the shade is 206 Pinky Promise. I'm gonna kind of just dab it in to blend everything out. Add, I'll add just a tiny bit more on my upper lip. To make it look like I have an upper lip. All right. Thank you so much for everyone who has watched today's live. I'll be really glad if you subscribe to the channel. I do lives quite frequently. I'm trying to do it at least every other day, sometimes every day. So I'll be happy to see you again. And yeah, have a good day or night or evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you later. Bye bye.